Previously on Chosen Ones. After an unsettling conversation with Peter, everyone goes to sleep for the evening, except for Brandy, who stays up to patrol the area. During his watch, he meets a strange creature with branching horns and a beaked face that appears to echo his words back to him. Meanwhile, Shui converses with the goddess Winona after being summoned to a strange realm in his sleep. She informs him that there may be more to his beastblade than he realized, before fading with the morning light, leaving the young swordsinger with more questions than answers. Everyone, you are all getting up now.
Is Brandy still against the door? Because Theo has something to say about that.
Yes, he is.
Okay, Theo gets up, and he sees Brandy against the door, and he will get out of bed and go, Brandy, why? You had a bed! He's going to, shake him awake. What are you doing sleeping against the door?
Oh, shit. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep here. I must have had a bad dream or something.
If you want to talk about it, you could just have woken me up.
Well, I mean, it wasn't nothing. I don't know.
Okay, well, you don't have to sleep against a door, Brandy. Those beds are big enough for you. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
At that point, Shui kind of shoots up. And he's like, ah! And he's leaning over his bed, looking at the floor, trying to see if there are eyes there.
Did you have a nightmare too?
Huh? What? Oh, he kind of looks around. I think so. He gets down, and he's gonna look under the bed.
Oh.
No eyes, right, Cassie?
No eyes.
Okay. And he's like, yeah, it was just a dream.
Okay, well, if either of you want to talk about it, I mean, I know you don't know me very well, but it can be nice to have an ear to listen.
Thanks, Theo. And it's okay. I trust you. He smiles.
Yeah. That is a response he didn't expect.
To be honest, Shui trusts a lot of people, so you know.
Okay. Well, Theo looks confused for a second, but shakes his head and is like, oh, right. So he's like, well, I'm glad then.
Avayath. Yeah, I was just gonna say you'd see him without the armor for the first time, because I'm like, he can't sleep with the armor on. Yeah.
You
Because
there?
he can't sleep with the armor
Who
on.
the fuck are you?
He's not naked. He has sleep clothes.
God, I wish. Oh, sorry.
What do his sleep clothes look like?
I don't know, just a t-shirt and sweatpants. I don't think it'd be fancy. But yeah, he starts putting his armor on.
I picture those very put together pajamas where it's white with blue stripes and there's a collar. That's what I picture.
I love that. Give him a little sleep cap.
Yeah.
You know how people sometimes wear old shirts and stuff for their pajamas? I'm imagining an I Love Claytor Bible school shirt.
Oh my god.
A picture of what kind of looks like the Grand Canyon.
You know what? That's canon now. It says I love Claytor on his shirt.
Is it embroidered on?
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Or did he draw it on? Write it on.
I don't know, both.
Okay, it's even funnier if this is actually something he made in Bible camp, because that means he's been this size since Bible camp.
It might have been like Calator is like embroidered on it. He wrote "I love" above it.
I feel like he wouldn't be this size in Bible camp, but like maybe he made it for his dad, and then his dad was like, you know what? You can have this. Yeah. I don't love Claytor that much. You can have it.
You hear a knock on the door.
I guess before he puts on his armor, because someone knocked on the door, he'll open up the door.
So you hear a knock at the door, and Avayath goes up and answers, and standing in the doorway is Wynn. And he is already dressed and ready to go, except it's very clear he didn't brush his hair. Like, he got through most of the steps and then just didn't finish. And he's got his hands on his hips and is like, well, good morning. We are doing a group breakfast if you would like to come join us.
Oh, yes, I would love to.
She, gets really excited. And he's like, good morning, Master Wynn.
Good morning. It's Mentor, though, not Master.
He says, what's for breakfast?
We got a lot of stuff. Our cook is great.
Shui's out the door.
Okay.
Well, thank you for getting us. Come on, Brandy.
Yeah.
I gotta put on my armor first.
You gotta wear armor to breakfast?
You can never lower your guard too much. I wear my armor everywhere.
I suppose I don't blame you, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, alright, sure.
According to D&D rules, it takes 10 minutes for him just to put on his armor.
It literally does take 10 minutes to don armor.
He brings some pieces with him to put on while he's walking. Puts on the feetsy part so then he can walk while he puts the rest on.
Yeah, that's what he'll do.
So you guys follow Wynn up to the same clearing that you were at before. The table's already made. I would say it's probably mostly pastry-based food today. So like pancakes, muffins, that kind of thing.
Ooh, pancakes. I'm sure these couldn't compare to my auntie's pancakes, but, you know, he, elbows Brandy.
Yeah.
You see the other four, Titus, Riddle, Draga, wow. I keep forgetting her name. Draga and Essence are all kind of sitting off at a table. Essence seems to be kind of picking at her food with her eyes down, doesn't seem to be engaging in the conversation. Titus and Draga still seem to be engaging pretty well. And Riddle every now and again will speak up, but otherwise is mostly quiet.
Theo will attempt to wave at Titus if he can get the attention away.
I'll see if he notices you. Nope. Very into the rock conversation.
Okay, so Theo basically, he does a little wave of hey, over here, and then his waving just kind of slows down and kind of awkwardly... he cringes. Yeah. He cringes at himself and looks around to see if anyone saw him.
Essence is staring at you.
He quickly straightens up again and waves at her instead.
She waves back, smiling now.
Yeah, he has an awkward smile.
She seems to have perked up now that you've waved at her.
Oh, good. He feels good about that. But yeah, he is hungry, so he go to get food.
Yeah, Shui waves at Essence as well. He's like, good morning, Essence. He shouts it, actually.
She turns her head away from you and speaks to Riddle immediately, ignoring you.
Oh.
You've made an enemy.
That hurts his feelings. He was kind of, I was confused about that, but then stomach growls and hunger calls, so he goes to get some food too.
Does Brandy also go to get food?
He will follow Theo.
Okay. Does he get a plate?
Bitch, eat!
He gets bread.
Theo puts pancakes on his plate. He's like, come on, you can eat, it's fine, they're providing it.
I'm not super hungry. It ain't that big a deal.
Well, yeah, it's no big deal either way, so if you get hungry while you're sitting there, then you can eat it. He just puts more pancakes.
He just shakes his head, just alright.
You see Wynn has kind of approached a tent where you see him talking to what appears to be another Asmar who is waving around a frying pan. Looks like she's doing some kind of trick with it, and he's laughing and joking with her. You see Peter after a little bit wander in and kind of go up onto the stage and just sit down with his legs hanging off, staring out at everyone. And Wynn just continues to talk to what you assume to be the cook based on what she's doing.
Avayath will go up to the cook and tell the cook they're doing a great job.
Thanks! She gives him a thumbs up.
You're welcome. The cooking's wonderful. The best breakfast I've ever
it is?
had. Yes.
Whew, good.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Attempt number 5, and she like puts up one of her arms and flexes a little bit, and Wynn claps her on the back and is like, yeah, that's right, 5th time's the charm.
Well, I'm sure attempt number 1 was even great, but I can't wait to see what comes out of attempt number 5.
She kind of grins at that. Roll a perception check.
Alright.
Or sorry, insight, I guess.
Insight, okay. 12.
I would say with that, you would notice that when she says attempt number 5 and grins, her hair kind of seems to glow a bit brighter for a moment. She looks like she's gritting her teeth a bit.
I guess Avayath will ask, is something wrong?
No. Just, I'll get it right next time.
Alright, well, you're doing a great job so far. Keep it up.
Thanks. And Wynn's just like, I drew the pictures for you. Did you use the pictures? And she kind of like hits him a little bit on the shoulders, like, Wynn, stop it. And she goes back inside the tent as you see like some fire go off behind her. And she's like, whoops, left something cooking. And she runs back in. And from there, you see eventually, it looks like Libris is the next one to come in. And she walks in and she looks very like, well rested, coming in, like waving her arms back and forth a little bit, doing a little skip in. She kind of just like stops in her place when she sees Peter up on the stage by himself, and she kind of looks around for a moment and makes kind of like a face at Wynn and goes directly up to him and just kind of hits him on the shoulder and points at Peter, and he just goes, oh, right, sorry, and he wanders back up onto the stage and sits directly next to Peter and seems to be talking to him.
Avayath is not gonna necessarily interact with that. He's just gonna awkwardly try to cram his food into his helmet, as he does.
Oh, you could take the helmet off to eat the food.
Avayath is like, oh no, I'm fine. I can eat just like this.
Is there a reason?
It's to stay on guard at all times.
But, I mean...
You know, you slept last night without your armor on.
Oh, wow. Huh. I guess you've got a point. So he starts taking off the helmet.
I should sleep with my armor on. I get your point now.
You see, when he takes the helmet off, he kind of covers his eyes for a couple seconds, and then he, like, opens his eyes and starts eating.
Well, Theo's hungry, so he's eating up his breakfast.
You guys sit down and you eat with each other for a little bit before eventually it looks like Arthur and Estel start to wander back from where the huts are and come out, and they seem to be deep in discussion talking about something. Arthur seems to be very upset while Estel is like kind of being cool, making snippy remarks, it appears, to whatever he's saying. And he shakes his head a bit in annoyance before he goes up onto the stage, kind of whistles a little bit, puts 2 fingers in his mouth and whistles, and the other 2 mentors that are not currently on the stage quickly stop what they're doing and come up as well. And they all stand next to each other except for Peter, who's still sitting at the edge of the stage looking out at everyone. Doesn't seem like he's gonna get up. Arthur waits for a second. Nope, definitely not gonna get up. So he just continues. And he puts his hands behind his back and looks out to everyone with kind of a forced smile and is like, I do hope you all had a decent night's rest. We'll be going straight into training today. We can't waste any time preparing for the challenges that await you, and the sooner we find the next chosen one, the more likely we are to put this whole mess behind us.
Yeah, I guess Avayath will raise up a glass and he'll be like, a toast to the training program.
Shui raises up like a fork with sausage links on it.
There's no meat! No, just kidding, you're okay.
Yeah, good enough for Avayath.
He acquired some meat somehow.
He'll
found some.
clasp his glass up against the sausage or the meat. Just no one else takes a glass.
Theo will awkwardly raise up a glass, but not like high, it's just like slightly. He'll raise it up and just kind of like look around awkwardly.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Anyway.
He won't clink them together with the food in the cup, but he'll just kind of raise his cup a little and kind of shrug at Brandy.
Avayath will clink the glass whether Theo likes it or not.
Oh, does it? Okay, because I was just like picturing Theo not holding it like very well, so I kind of wanted to spill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's my fault. I wasn't holding my cup. And he like gets up.
I'll help you clean it up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I
got it.
insist.
No, it's okay.
I insist. I'm cleaning this.
No, it's fine.
I'm the one.
Anyway, as you guys are
And
doing
they
that,
argue forever.
there's like a long awkward silence as like Arthur's clearly waiting for you guys to be done.
Theo's very embarrassed.
And when he sees that you won't be done for another few seconds, he just kind of clears his throat, and Estel sighs and steps forward and is like, I'll be taking the first group for the start of today. Draga, Brandy, Theo, Shui, and Avayath, you'll be coming with me. The rest of you stay put and wait for further instructions.
Very well then. Avayath steps up.
Shui stands up as well. He's gonna wave at Peter.
Peter kind of looks up at you for a second, doesn't wave back, but just stares at you.
It's okay, he'll win him over eventually. Well, Shui gets up, I guess approaches Estel.
Estel kind of nods at you as she exits the stage and starts to walk, but is waiting to make sure everyone is following her. So Estel takes you guys to a library, actually. She leads you kind of near the outskirts of the facility, and it appears to be the largest building in the entire facility. It's well over 300 feet in length and about as much in the same width-wise. And when you guys walk inside, the interior walls are towering with ladders and balconies situated to reach higher shelves. There are very rich, deep hues of purple and accents of black and gold scattered about. And despite it being early morning, the glass ceiling above you appears to be decorated with the stars of the night sky.
Theo loves this place so much. He's looking around in awe.
Yeah, Shui's like, wow, as he's like looking around.
Will we have access to this place other than training?
Later on. For now, it would be better if you stay with me.
Right. It just looks...
I've never seen so many books.
Yeah, it looks so vast and fancy with the little mural.
That's not a mural, it's... Well, it's not daytime everywhere on this planet. It's a portal of sorts, to a place we haven't been yet.
That is amazing, wow.
She kind of looks up at the ceiling and is like, one day maybe we'll be able to go through it, but for now, a vision of another place's night sky is quite pleasant.
I agree, it's really cool.
What a wonderful room. We should take a tour of this place sometime.
We'll be doing that over the course of this week.
Ooh, fantastic.
So she escorts the five of you. Draga does not seem to care. If she's just like, stones, like as she's following you guys. She leads you guys into a lounge area of the library, and she kind of directs you all to take seats. There are 2 chairs situated in front of a table and 3 lounge chairs near the windows, which also have like star-speckled light coming in.
Can he sit near those?
Yeah, you can sit near the window.
Yeah, Theo wants to sit near the speckly lights.
So Estel kind of leads you all here and then looks around a bit and she frowns and she's like, oh, shoot. I forgot my notes in the office. I will be back in a moment. And she turns to leave. Talk amongst yourselves, don't touch anything.
Theo pouts a little. He really wanted to look at the books.
I touch everything.
Avayath starts doing push-ups.
Why are you... Alright.
He wants to stay in peak... I guess he'll say that. I want to stay in peak physical condition.
By tiring yourself out before training.
Yes. I want to get as much exercise as possible. The only limits a person has is the limits they place on themselves.
Right.
You know what? Yeah, I guess so. You do what you want to do, partner.
You guys are kind of just hanging out, sitting here chatting amongst yourselves, when directly in front of you, Avayath, at the table you are sitting in, a javelin lands in front of you. Straight through the table.
Oh, he was doing push-ups. But he stops doing push-ups once that happens. What? What's going on? Is that you?
Summons his sword to his side.
Shui's like, ooh, wow, who did that?
I don't know. Who did do that?
Excuse me, is this part of the training?
Estelle, it'd be nice if you explained things sometimes.
Looks up towards ceiling.
You look up, and up towards the balcony, which is where Estelle has just went up, you see 4 very shadowy, inky-looking figures staring down at you.
This, I don't know.
Can we help y'all?
You hear kind of scurrying coming from up above you, and you hear, not from, it seems, any of these 4, but you hear, fire, go off, and 4 more javelins are thrown your general direction, and you notice as they are thrown, the one in the desk vanishes. And I want everyone to make dexterity saving throws real fast, and then roll initiative.
Natural 1.
Oh, 5.
Brandy is Swiss cheese.
Brandy did not pass. Theo did not pass. Avayath did not pass. Shui is the only one who passed. Oh wait, hold on. So, yeah, you found these javelins just flew out under you. As they fly out, Draga immediately just ducks underneath the table to get out of the way, and she's like, my rocks! First up in the order... actually, hold on, let me roll damage for those.
So we all get skewered.
So that is 6 slashing damage. As these javelins kind of just cut through the air and land on the ground, they have that same sort of inky black energy coming off of them. So you see these 4 goblins, and when they fire off at you guys, and they manage to hit 3 of you except Shui, 3 of them seem to celebrate, except the one that seems to have missed, who's just like, oh, stupid, stupid, and is like punching itself in the face.
So, seeing as how everyone but Shui, I guess, got hit, he's just like, hey, what are you doing? Somebody could have gotten hurt!
Intruders!
We did get hurt, Shui. I don't know if you can
tell. So these ones right here, they're like up, right?
They are all up on that balcony. Up 10 feet.
Up 10 feet? Oh, that is nothing. That is an easy hop. But...
There's also a staircase.
Yeah. There are also
like I said, easy hop.
The jumping does cost movement, and I have 40 feet of movement, but
Jesus, you little fucking quick elf.
So he is going to step forward, and he's going to take dodge action.
Dodge action? Okay.
So they have disadvantage.
Yes. Theo, it is your turn. Or sorry, Avayath. Fuck Avayath.
Fuck Avayath.
He's the chosen one. He doesn't need to go. Okay, Avayath, it's your turn.
All right, Avayath. He will grab out a tiny strip of white cloth, because that's the component, waves it around a little bit, and him, Brandy, and Theo will all gain 5 HP. Their maximum increases by 5 HP, and they also heal 5.
Is that the end of your turn, or were you moving?
Avayath will move 20 feet here, and then he'll move 10 feet here.
How are you doing, Brandy?
I'm doing fine.
So he'll go, okay, and he'll I guess he'll get out his longbow and sort of just have it up. And can he prepare an action?
You can, if you want to make it so it is triggered by something. What is your trigger?
His trigger is for anyone to attack him or Brandy. Basically, he'll shoot at that person. Yeah, he holds that up and he's like, what do you want? What's wrong?
The 3 that succeeded on hitting you guys are just like, intruder, intruder, intruder!
We're not intruding, we were led here, we were invited.
Intruder!
Ooh. I wouldn't say like he moves at all, he's just kind of like readying his stance better.
The first one with the little red dot on it is going to... you see it kind of lift up its arm as this like inky blackness that's coming off of its forms another javelin, and as that one forms, one of the ones that kind of has clattered to the ground dissipates, and it throws it directly at Avayath, who is directly across from you, or from him. Does a 16?
16 does not hit Avayath.
A 16 does not hit. So it throws, it goes to fire off at you. It does not seem to hit. Okay, it does the same thing that the other one that missed seemed to do, where it just starts like takes 2 tiny fists and just kind of knocks them on top of its head and just goes, stupid, stupid! And then the next one is going to point at Shui. 16 again. 5 with disadvantage. It's repeating, and at this point, they seem to be going in unison. They're like, stupid, stupid, like right, matching up almost in sync next to each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But like, this is weird.
Orange one is going to try and hit Theo, so this will trigger your action. 21.
Yeah.
Counterspell.
Oh, this is like first level, basically.
As you watch that black inky like javelin get fired towards Theo as it's about to hit him, it disappears. And Brandy just looks down at Theo with a smile.
You see this one like extending its arm like it just threw it. It seems like it's frozen, in place, just staring straight forward. And the other two are still going, stupid, stupid, next to it, as this other one seems to have just frozen in place.
Theo smiles back, I guess. And then Jum, I guess his arrow goes forth. 10.
10? That does not hit, no.
Well, I tried.
It does not seem to move, though, and the arrow that you fired off goes straight past its face. It does not blink or move. Its arm is still outstretched from throwing the javelin, just frozen in place.
Did we break it?
And then the fourth one is going to go, and it's going to fire at Brandy. And it got a 4.
Nope.
And then, Brandy, it's your turn.
He pulls his arm, he holds his arm up and, points his fingers like they're guns, and he's gonna fire Eldritch Blasts at the orange one and the pink one.
Okay.
20 for the first one.
That hits.
And 20 for the second one.
When you fire off these Eldritch Blasts from your hands, it imitates kind of what the ceiling actually looks like in this place, where it's like this spew of stars that kind of come out, but when they come out of your hand, it almost looks like they are glitching. It looks like a starry night sky, but glitching in a beam of light.
It's a 10 for the one on the orange.
Gotcha.
And a 2 for the pink one.
Okay. Good to know.
And then he's gonna move in front of Theo.
That was cool, Brandy.
Thanks, partner.
So as you guys are all kind of standing there, hold on real fast. Does a 12 hit you, Avayath? I'm assuming no.
No, this dude's hard to hit.
Does fucking 12 hit you, Shui?
Mm-mm.
So you guys are just kind of staring there as up from the ledge from where Estel seems to have vanished, 3 Eldritch Blasts come out from that room, and they all misfire, and all 4 of those little shadow guys just immediately stop what they're doing. They freeze for a second, and then they all just start going, stupid, stupid, and hitting their heads.
I'm going to look at where that blast came from.
It appears the door is open. You can see that the door is kind of open a crack, and you can see a shadow moving behind the door in tune with the 4 out there.
Oh my god. And so they're all saying stupid,
Yeah.
stupid.
In unison. It's like they reset almost.
Oh, I see. Really weird. Shui is going to... It's Shui's turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna dash over to this one. He's gonna draw his sword. Obviously not the blade part. He can't do that. But he is gonna hit it. Attack it with its sheath. Kind of in its neck. See if he can try to
break it.
Snap it!
Like the
Knock
stone code killer he is.
Knock him out. So let me roll to attack. 24.
That'll hit.
9 blunt.
Gotcha. 9.
Or bludgeoning, whatever it is.
You hit this thing, and when you hit it, it has this feeling of almost like you're hitting. You kind of feel like you're going through air a little bit. You still make contact, but it feels like you go just a little bit too much through it when you hit.
Oh wow.
And there is a very delayed reaction where it's still going stupid, stupid, and then that one stops and looks up at you, and it's just like, hey,
stop attacking us,
intruder!
Estel? He calls for Estel.
You're the intruders here!
That was only 15, so I will move right here to give room for Avayath.
You will take an opportunity attack for moving outside of its range.
I don't take opportunity attacks.
You don't?
Nope. Because of my mobile feature, if I attack a creature, if a creature attacks me, when I attack a creature, even if I miss, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from them.
Okay.
But only if I attack a creature or miss an attack.
Okay.
He moves right there, and that is his turn.
This one stops once you approach it, stops hitting its head, and looks over at you and goes, hey!
Stop!
Intruder! It's Avayath's turn.
Avayath will walk up and slash it around. Try to slash it in the...
That must be intimidating watching this fucking behemoth walk up to you and, like, look down at you. Intruder!
Oh, never mind.
Intruder?
I take it all back.
Oh, okay, go ahead and roll.
First hit. Nope, that's a nat 1.
No.
Second attack. Ooh, okay.
Okay, so you roll to swing at it this first time, and it just jumps, like, almost, like, it looks a little cool. It jumps up above your attack, and it's just like, yippee! And then while it's in the air, you bring your weapon back around and go right up the middle of it, and go ahead and roll your damage.
9 damage.
So as it's like, yippee! You cut it in half.
Lucky that I'm so tall. Gives Brandy and Theo a thumbs up.
The green one that's farther away stops beating its head and just looks over towards you and goes, "Hey!
Hey!
Intruder!"
You're the intruder! Stop!
Theo, it's your turn unless Avayath was going to move more.
Oh, I guess he could. I didn't keep track of his movement because I was like, I'm gonna get him. Oh. He can't move much more than that. I mean, he can move like here, I think.
Okay.
That's it.
I would know when it's killed, it dissipates, like the javelins did.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because like if it was like bloody, she was gonna be like, oh no.
Yeah, literally, he gave a thumbs up to Theo and Brandy, and Theo was just like, "Oh, good." But anyway, so I guess he'll like put his like nudge Brandy a little, and was just like, "Well, you don't have to stand in front of me. I need a little bit of a," and he'll like shoot at the red one and see if he even can. 14.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Didn't think so.
It's still hitting its head. Intruder. Oh, sorry. Stupid. Stupid.
Theo, you can do it.
Maybe, because he has another attack, which I forgot about last time. So here's
Come on, Theo, get him.
26.
That will definitely hit.
7.
7? Gotcha. So the first one, you whiff it. It doesn't seem to notice you. The second one, you hit it. It still like has that delayed reaction where it's moving. It looks like your arrow went right through it, and it seems like that inky blackness seems to go right back into where the hole was. And it pauses for a moment and looks up and turns to you and goes, "Hey!
I don't know if I'm really being effective."
Intruder!"
He like lowers his bow.
That one that you just fired is going to try and hit you now.
Why do they keep saying the same thing?
I think this is a routine they practiced.
The one near you, when you speak near it, goes, "Hey!
Hey!
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 Intruder!"
Okay.
Does a 12 hit you, Theo?
It don't.
Awesome. Okay. So that one tries to fire, and you know the drill. Stupid, stupid! And the next one's gonna go.
Can it have just like go right over Theo's head, and he's like, "I'm not that tall." I guess.
You hear it kind of tink off the glass behind you. It doesn't appear to do any damage to it.
Oh, but it did damage to me earlier.
Green one's gonna go for Shui, 16. I don't think that hits, does it?
It does.
Oh, it does? Okay. That is 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
The orange one next to you is also going to try and fire at you. The green one looks triumphant now. It's like, "Yay! Yay!"
Good for you.
That one got an 11.
11 to hit? No.
Okay, so that one misses next to you. It's stupid, stupid. Brandy, it's your turn.
Eldritch Blast.
Which one are you going for?
The red and green. 19 to hit the first one and 20 to hit the second one.
Both hit.
6 on the first one and 3 on the second one.
All right, so those both go off with that same kind of like sparkly night sky effect with the glitching colors in and out that's kind of weaved in throughout it.
Wow, Brandy, where did you learn that?
I've had it, I guess.
A couple ones coming at you, Brandy. Nat 20.
Counterspell.
Counterspell? Then that won't work. It dies.
Yeah, I see a particularly nasty looking bolt coming my way, and I'm like, nope.
This one, when it comes out, and it also is kind of like a dark one like yours, but this one's just pure black. There doesn't seem to be anything kind of standoutish about it. Just looks like a pure black beam. So that one fires off and sizzles. It looks like it tries to fire off another one where you just hear a little psst come from behind the door. And then all of them are just going, what? What? And we are back up at Shui.
Thanks, Brandy.
Yeah, no problem.
And so he's going to swing again at the neck. Not natural 20.
That hits, yes.
And then for damages, I got an 8 on the die plus 5.
How do you want to kill this thing?
I don't
How do you want to dissipate this thing?
I just wanted to like he knocked him out and like the thing falls to the floor and like disappears.
Okay, yeah. When you hit it with your sword, it kind of makes like a little tung sound as it like vibrates and slowly falls backwards in an almost comedic fashion and just like goes out into smoke on the ground.
Yeah, thank you. He's right here, and then that's his turn.
Avayath.
So he'll move here. He'll use land hands to heal himself by 2 plus 4. He can heal himself up to 6.
He walks forward a little bit and looks like he beefs up for a moment. He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
You're up, Theo.
So he's gonna aim at the red one again. 9.
That does not hit.
You know, I really should have practiced before coming here, I think. And 17.
Don't give up, Theo.
That matches the armor class, so you do hit.
Oh.
And again, I just don't feel like I'm doing very much. And that's 10.
Here, we'll do this. So this time, when it goes through, it does almost like that, like a ripple effect of like the smoke going out from where your arrow hit. So it just kind of.
Can it be a spiral?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, didn't expect that.
And then the last one that's left is just like, oh no! Oh no! Intruder! And it's its turn, and it's going to attack Shui as the one closest to it. An 8. Their modifier's not very good, so... Intruder! Intruder! And it's your turn, Brandy.
2 Eldritch Blasts on that one then.
Go for it.
22 and 22.
Wow, good
Oh my
job.
gosh.
Go
Hell
for it.
yeah.
Go ahead and fire.
I'll just roll 2d10. Wow.
Wow! Oh my god!
Double ones. Nasty. Snake eyes, baby.
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry.
You can do it, Brandy.
Wow. Fucking cool, dude.
Double ones. Oh,
Fucking
gosh.
fires those 2 off. I guess they like barely hit him, like barely skid on his fucking shoulders or some shit.
Still looks cool.
Thanks.
You're accurate.
Yeah, I guess that's what matters, huh?
1 for each eye.
You hit one little bolt in each eye, and one eye blinks as the other one gets hit, and it's just like. And then here we go. One's going towards you, Brandy. 12 hit you.
No.
Next one's going towards Shui. It's a 10. Wow. Avayath, here we go. There we go. God damn, that's a 25.
Nope. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
I elect not to be hit.
AC of 30.
That's going to be 11 force damage as that hits you, as that black beam goes right into your chest.
He only falls back a little bit. Compared to his health, it doesn't do a whole lot.
You hear from behind the door as you are hit, kind of muffled. The one in front of you, Shui, doesn't seem to be doing anything besides going, Intruder. But you hear behind the door just someone go, yes! I hit them!
That's so funny. Okay. Shui wants to see who is on this side. Shui is going to...
And as you're going towards the door, you just hear from both behind the door and this shadow, no, don't do that!
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's a bad idea! I don't know why you're going over there! As you hear the voice come from behind the door and this shadow.
So it's locked?
No, it still appears to be open a crack, but as you come over, you very quickly see the door shut.
I'm trying to open the door.
You open it, there's no resistance.
Okay. What's on this side?
You see this goblin standing behind the door.
Shui's like, who are you?
Intruder!
That goblin's the one controlling these shadow things.
Kill him.
I'll stand right here.
As you kind of approach, you see this goblin kind of shuffle a little back, and it's like, I'll hit you!
She's like, I don't want to hurt you. Just tell me why you're attacking. We're not intruders.
You're an intruder. You're not with one of the mentors.
We're sparks.
If you're a spark, I would have been told about it. Get out.
Shui kind of looks down towards Brandy and Theo, like, come on, like, what do I say?
Kill him.
If you could just talk to one of the mentors about this, we don't have to continue this.
Murder him.
Just kidding.
Brandy, please, we talked about this. No murder.
All murder.
As you guys are kind of talking, you're like, if there would just be a mentor that would show up. You see through that door, you hear kind of like rustling coming from behind it as you see Estel stepping out with a bunch of papers in her hands and an unlit candle in one of them. And she's stepping out, and she looks out and sees you standing there with this little goblin next to you. And she frowns very deeply and looks at this goblin and says, I told you had the day off today.
I keep calling out your name, so you know I'm still here to wipe away your tears. If we fall, at least we're falling as one in this.